What's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. So we got a lot of updates coming straight from the IRS today. This one in particular, I didn't necessarily find on the IRS website, but I thought it'd be helpful, at the very least interesting to some of you guys. So according to this one source, and this is just an article, you guys, it says, payments should be on the way for Americans waiting on physical stimulus checks. So this is in regards to the $1,400 stimulus checks. We know that there was a mass update last week on Friday. So some people should have already received their stimulus checks via direct deposit as of yesterday, the 24th. Others are expected to receive either a paper check or a actual EIP card, which is a debit card. Supposed to be mailed out as of tomorrow. However, this particular article suggests the IRS says that they mailed out checks on Wednesday, which was yesterday, and that they should look very similar to the tax refund checks. Okay, so I'm going to post a picture up here so you guys can see what they're looking like in terms of the EIP impact payment cards and of course the stimulus check. All right. The IRS still hasn't set a date for when payments will be sent out to Americans who receive Social Security or VA benefits. Okay, so I know that there's a lot of issues with that. And actually, the House Democrats are expressing alarm that many people who are elderly, specifically disabled or veterans, are facing delays in receiving the $1,400 stimulus checks as a part of the most recent pandemic relief package. Many people who receive Social Security, Supplemental Security Income, Railroad Retirement Board, or Veterans Affairs benefits and don't have to file tax returns still haven't gotten their third stimulus checks nearly 2 weeks after Biden actually signed this legislation into law. Senior members of the House Ways and Means Committee pressed the heads of the IRS and Social Security Administration to offer a timeline this week for speeding up distribution. So it says yesterday, lawmakers pointed to the SSA, which is the Social Security Administration, as the culprit after learning that the IRS requested payment files needed to issue the stimulus checks to nearly 30 million Social Security and Supplemental Security Income recipients 2 weeks before Biden signed the pandemic relief law into effect on March 11th. So they're basically saying this is Social Security Administration's fault because they actually reached out to them to get payment information from those who are currently receiving those benefits 2 weeks prior to Biden actually signing the law, signing the legislation into law. So had they had that information available, they probably would have been able to get the payments out more promptly. However, considering we know what's going on with the IRS as of right now, they're experiencing all these different delays for various reasons. Yes, we know majority of it has to do with the pandemic and the fact that they are understaffed, and a lot of their workers are just pretty much overworked. They have an overwhelming workload ahead of them. They're dealing with tax returns from year 2019, now 2020. On top of that, now we have new stimulus payments that are going out. There's a lot. We can go on and on and on. I don't necessarily think that it's fair for them to shift blame from one administration to the other. I think they should have been working collaboratively to get the information necessary. They should have been on them since they had free time, in my opinion, if they were caught up prior to us actually submitting our returns as of February 12th this year. They said that they were caught up in terms of getting all of the paper refunds from 2019 into the system. Then they should have had a little bit more time, I feel, or should have been able to allocate some time or start, basically planning out better how to implement all of these new changes and all of these new payment structures that were going to be coming. But no one seemed to have taken advantage of that. Okay, it says we demand that you. So this is the IRS. We demand that you immediately know. I'm sorry. This is from the House Ways and Means Committee chairman. We demand that you immediately provide the IRS with this information by tomorrow, which would be today. Okay. House Ways and Means Committee chairman Richard Neal, which is a Democratic representative of Massachusetts, and a couple of other lawmakers wrote in a letter yesterday to the Social Security Administration Commissioner Andrew Saul. Okay, so they're basically letting him know that you need to get on the ball. Okay, hours after lawmakers sent the letter, the SSA said Wednesday evening that it expects the final files to be delivered to the IRS by Thursday. So hopefully there should be some updates today. The Social Security Administration has said that they would be able to get the information needed over to the IRS by today. So that that means that they should hopefully be able to provide some type of update as to when you guys can expect your payments on your Direct Express cards, or by whatever ways that they intend to distribute the stimulus payments to you guys, okay? A spokesperson for the Social Security Administration told The Hill that the agency was in discussions with the Treasury Department and the IRS ahead of time, but did not have the authorization to send the beneficiary files before the pandemic relief laws enactment. Okay, so hopefully things change for the better. Now, some other interesting news, the IRS also released some extra guidance regarding that $10,200 not deductible, but tax-free benefits when it comes to unemployment benefits that everybody most likely received in the year 2020, okay? So it says the IRS said it will automatically refund for unemployed people who have already filed their tax returns because of the provision in this recently signed pandemic relief bill. The provision makes the first $10,200 of unemployment benefits tax-free for people who earn up to $150,000, whether they are married or single. Married couples who file jointly will see $20,400 of tax-free unemployment benefits, $10,200 per spouse. It only applies to unemployment benefits that were received in the year 2020. Okay, so this does not go back for the year 2019. And as of right now, we don't see any guidance or anything that has been spoken of in regards to 2021. Okay, if you have already filed your 2020 Form 1040 or your 1040-SR, there is no need to file an amended return to figure the amount of unemployment compensation to exclude, the IRS said on its website Tuesday this week. Okay, so I'm going to keep saying it to you guys. If you have already filed your 2020, which I know a lot of you have already filed because you're still waiting on your returns and you're pretty upset about that. Only thing you can do at this point is just wait. We don't know when they're going to start to process those payments. We don't know how that's going to happen for people who have even already received their tax returns for year 2020, because there's people who've already filed for 220 and who've already received their tax refunds for 2020. So there's a possibility that you may be receiving an extra check in the mail or an extra deposit or something. But as of yet, we don't have any extra information regarding how they're going to disperse those benefits. Okay. Now, I think there was one more thing that the IRS said. So we have a little bit more extra guidance when it comes to when you can expect your payments. Now, this is supposedly from the IRS website. However, this is an article, but I do want to give you guys this information. It says on Monday of this week, the Treasury announced a new wave of payments for all three payment groups, which total an estimated of 37 million payments, the Washington Post reported. That's on top of the roughly 90 million payments already sent, the majority through direct deposit. 20 million more electronic transfers are expected March 24th, which was yesterday, with 17 million anticipated to go out in the mail. Okay, so if you haven't already received your direct deposit by March 24th, then you should be watching your mail closely in the coming weeks for a paper check or a prepaid debit card. There's no way to find out which one you're going to be getting. So I'm going to put the picture up on the screen. Again, if I hadn't already done it in the beginning of this video, you guys should have seen the picture of what the economic impact payment card looks like, as well as the envelope it will come in, because I know originally when they first came out with these economic impact payment cards, there were a lot of people who didn't know what they were, thought they were just an advertisement for a prepaid card company, and actually threw their stimulus payment cards in the trash can. So to avoid that from happening this year, they are coming out and actually giving you guys photographs and showing you what the impact payment cards look like and what the envelope will look like, so you know what you're looking for in the mail. Okay, it's coming by USPS, so we know that they're experiencing delays. Now, this is generally on a good day, on a good year, when there's nothing going on in the world, which very rarely happens. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, that when we have everything absolutely as normal as it can possibly get for United States Postal Service, generally when something is mailed within the United States, and this is me speaking from my experience, if you guys have a different experience, hey, but generally when something is mailed on a Monday, you can expect to get it between Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, now, Again, this is me speaking from my experience. We have one source that says that checks were mailed out on Wednesday. So I would say that if checks were actually mailed out yesterday, that most people can expect to receive them by tomorrow, at the very latest on Saturday. However, there's no guarantee. So I don't want you guys to be like, I didn't get nothing in the mail. You said no. I'm not giving you a for sure. This isn't anything that's coming from the IRS or the United States Postal Service. This is just me saying on a good day, generally, for those of you who are anxious and want to know if you can sort of track your mail. You can also go online and sign up for informed delivery, which will give you, it takes about 3 days for that process. You have to verify your address, but that is another way that you can track the United States Postal Service mail. Generally, whenever they get mail, they have to scan it into the system. You will receive a picture in an email letting you know what you can expect to get that day. Now, there has been some times where I have gotten mail that I didn't receive in an email from the United States Postal Service. From what I understand, speaking to a representative of the United States Postal Service, they are saying that if that does happen, it's because they were unable to scan that piece of mail into the system for whatever the reason. The barcode doesn't exist or the barcode is just not working, and that's why that happens. But I just want you to know that that is probably the only other way that you're going to be able to track your stimulus payments or any other type of important mail that you are looking for in the system. So as far as this source claims, it says stimulus bill was passed by Congress March 10th, signed into law March 11th. First direct deposit sent provisional on March 12th, but the actual direct deposit date was March 17th. First paper check sent week of March 15th. First EIP card sent week of March 22nd. So that's this week. So some of you guys will be getting the EIP cards, the economic impact payment cards. Okay. Last day, according to this source, to get direct deposit is March 24th. Now we know that the IRS has a deadline to finish sending checks by December 31st, 2021. The last day to receive a check, according to this again, is January 2022. If mailed checks sent late December. Claims for missing stimulus money open 2021. You will have to claim that most likely on your tax return when you go to file in the year 2022. Okay. So that is all I have when it comes to stimulus payments. I know it's been a lot. It's so much going on right now in the world. There are a lot of systems that are breaking down, malfunctioning all over. And I want you guys to be prepared for that because there's really not a lot that can be done. There's some of it that has to do with the lack of planning and the lack of structure when it comes to the government and how they implemented these programs into like the EDD, Unemployment Insurance Program, the IRS, Social Security Administration, things of that nature. Even when it comes to SNAP, there are still quite a few states, which I'm going to go over the names. I don't think much has changed, but let me just check just to make sure. So when it comes to pandemic EBT, I know I'm in a state, I'm in California, and oh, there's an update as of March 25th. Let's see who's on the list now. If anything has changed. Still no California. We've got Arizona. We've got Connecticut, Delaware, DC, Florida, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois. Now for Florida, I wasn't able to find that information when I was looking it up for yesterday's video. However, a subscriber or a viewer did mention that they saw information stating that Florida will be receiving their pandemic EBT as of April 9th. Now, I don't know if that's going to be deposited onto your already existing PEBT cards, if they're expected to be sending out new PEBT cards, but that was the information that was left in the comment section. I haven't been able to confirm that, so I don't want you guys to take that from me. This is more or less hearsay, but I wanted to share that information because I know that there's quite a few of you who are still looking for that information for Florida. So that's information that I got from a viewer in the comment section, okay? I see Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. So this is one source. I'm going to check the United States Department of Agriculture to see if anything has changed on their site. Same thing. I'm still not seeing anything for California. I don't know what's going on with the USDA. If you guys are watching, California says that they submitted a plan. We need our PEBT benefits, okay? I don't see anything different from there. Now, for emergency SNAP benefits for the month of March, let me see if anything has changed, if there's anything new in terms of April. Nothing for April as of yet, so still the same current list of states that have been approved for emergency max SNAP benefits for the month of March. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, D.C., Florida, Georgia, Guam, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Iowa, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. Still nothing for April as of yet. However, you guys know that when that information becomes available, I will update you. Now, last but not least, we've had a lot going on out here in California when it comes to the unemployment. The system was just recently shut down, and then yesterday they released some additional guidance saying that they have a little bit more clarity as to when people can expect for them to start receiving their payments. Okay, so it says the EDD, the Employment Development Department, shared new guidance. This is in regards to California, I'm assuming. Shared new guidance about the rollout of extended benefits and the $300 per week unemployment boost. Okay. PUA. So if you are receiving PUA, it says EDD said people who have exhausted all PUA benefits should watch for text, UI online notifications, or mailed notices from EDD about when they can certify. The department said it will send the notices by April 10th. Okay. For new PUA claims, any new PUA claims that are filed before April 10th will be paid at the minimum level of $167 per week, plus the $300 federal boost. After April 10th, claimants may be eligible to receive a higher weekly benefit amount based on their income information. Any difference will be applied retroactively. Now, for PEUC, a majority of people who get pandemic and emergency unemployment compensation will have gaps in their payments. So expect gaps in your payments. EDD said 47% of people on PEUC will be able to continue collecting their benefits, plus the extra $300 without any delays. For the other 53% of people who have exhausted all PEUC extension benefits, EDD plans to phase them into new extension between April 10th and April 30th. Okay, so it says there are currently 1.4 million people in California who get PEUC benefits. Based on the EDD estimate, about 742,000 people will see a gap in their payments. Once this group is able to certify, they will receive payment for any missed weeks, including the extra $300. Okay. People who receive regular state unemployment insurance, UI, or federal state extended duration Fed Ed will not see any changes. People in this group should receive their weekly payments and the extra $300 without interruption. This is for California. Now, let me just let you guys know that I did try to call EDD myself to see if I can get some information. However, it is almost impossible to get through. I haven't mastered how to get through to them. However, there was a question regarding the California Golden State Stimulus. One viewer asked if you had to apply for the Golden State Stimulus because they said that they were told that by their tax preparer. I did contact the state of California, the Franchise Tax Board. I did get through to somebody fairly easy. It was like 2:30 in the afternoon, and spoke to them regarding that. It is not something that you have to apply for. The only criteria, as far as we know, is that you have to have been eligible for the California Earned Income Tax Credit and actually claimed it on your 2020 tax return. There are other factors if you don't qualify for that, like having an ITIN number, as well as earning less than $75,000. I do know that they also said that they were going to be sending out payments starting in mid-April to those who are receiving CalWorks, those who are receiving Social Security, and other governmental assistance supplement programs. Okay, but that is all for this video, you guys. Oh, I did see the question about rental assistance for Georgia. I am in the process of researching as much information as I possibly can. I will be presenting that in a separate video for you guys. So don't worry. I do go through the comments. I do read. I am writing it down, taking it all into consideration. I hope this information was in some way useful or helpful to you guys. Don't forget to smash that like button, as it does actually help me out on this channel to keep me live, keep me going, keep me here, providing you guys with all this good information and content. Definitely remember to live, love, and elevate, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.